Ga, gi, go, gi, go, go. So, today I'm here to read you some true haunted stories about this fucked up place I live in called New Orleans. The first one I'm going to tell you about is the Lalaurie Mansion. Many have heard the tale of Madame Lalaurie and her torture chamber on Royal Street, which is my favorite street to gallivant down and skateboard down. That was a fart, by the way. Born in New Orleans, the prominent Delphine Lalaurie was married 3 times over the course of her life. The origin of the ghostly tales began in 1832, when Dr. Louis Lalaurie and Delphine moved to a Creole mansion in the French Quarter. Known for their wealth and prominence, the house was attended to by dozens of slaves. Following a fire in the mansion's kitchen, the horrors of the home were revealed. Legend has it that behind a barred door in the attic was a torture chamber for those enslaved. It's terrifying. Many stories detail the cruelty involved. Men and women chained to the walls, children shut inside cages, and body parts strewn across the floor. Lalaurie later fled to Paris, believed to be run from town by an outraged mob. Tales of lingering are said to haunt the grounds. Others say the ghost of Delphine Lalaurie herself haunts the mansion. I've personally been to this place, and it's without a doubt terrifying. I drive by this next place every day, so onward we move. Number 2, St. Louis Cemetery number 1. Established by the Spanish in 1789, many of the city's early occupants and infamous personalities are interred here, including Marie Laveau. It has also been named the most haunted cemetery in the United States. Well, that's fucking good to know, considering I live pretty fucking close to it. Excuse me. Pirates, aristocrats, politicians, killers, artists, and the Queen of Voodoo are interred on the grounds. With over so many dead interred, it is no wonder the cemetery has heard its fair share of ghost stories. Phantom figures and yellow fever victims reportedly stalk the rows of crypts. However, the most famous spirit believed to roam the grounds is that of Marie Laveau, New Orleans Queen of Voodoo. Some believe that Laveau materializes annually of St. John's Eve, which is June 23rd, to lead the Voodoo faithful into worship. Man, this shit is terrifying. I live here. I shouldn't be reading this right before I go to sleep. Number 3, the Myrtles Mansion. Although not in New Orleans, the Myrtles Plantation is just a short day trip from the city. The antebellum plantation sits in St. Francisville, Louisiana. It has been touted as one of, quote unquote, America's most haunted homes. The home was built in 1796. Since it was built, it has been the home to many prominent figures. It is said to be haunted by over a dozen spirits and ghosts. Some claim the home has seen 10 murders on the grounds. That's a lot. However, historical records show just one. In the 1800s, William Winter was shot and killed on the porch of the home. His killer is unknown. Of course. I like that name, William Winter. Aside from Winter, numerous other figures reportedly haunted the grounds. The home is said to be built on an Indian burial ground. We all know that's a bad idea. Just starting from American history. Come on. Others say it's haunted the ghost of prior slaves and young children. Two particularly frightening stories stem from the photograph showing alleged spirits and ghosts. According to the plantation's website, a young slave girl known as Chloe was photographed on the grounds of the plantation. Another photo depicts what appears to be a young antebellum girl staring out of a window behind two visitors. I can't show you the photos because this is a fucking podcast, so bear with me. Just trying to share some information. Stay scared. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to scare everyone. Number 4. One of my favorite bars in the city. Lafitte's Blacksmith Shop. A small tavern located on the corner of Bourbon and St. Philip Street is one of the oldest surviving buildings in New Orleans. Built sometime between 1722 and 1732, Lafitte's Blacksmith Shop is reputed to be the oldest structure used as a bar in the United States. That's what I tell tourists when they come here. It's very true. It was a bar before the United States was a country. From 1772 and 1791, the property was believed to have been used by Jean and Pierre Lafitte. It was used as a New Orleans base for their Barataria smuggling operations, according to legend. If you come here to New Orleans, check out Barataria. It's amazing. A French-American pirate and privateer, Jean Lafitte, plundered the waters of the Gulf of Mexico. Some stories claim that the buccaneer's treasure is buried in the building's bricks. A fireplace grate in the downstairs of the bar is rumored to be the resting place of some of the plunder. Some say a pair of ghostly red eyes can be staring from the grate. That's because a lot of people get fucking drunk there. It is a creepy bar. Everything's lit by candlelight. It's an amazing bar. They have a piano bar. It's a great place to visit. Other legends say that the ghost of a pirate guarding the treasure haunts the bar. Some also say the spirit of Jean Lafitte roams the tavern. And I think that's going to be all for this upload. So, I hope I gave you some scary stories and some insight on traveling to the creepy city I live in, which is New Orleans. Until next time, stay spooked.